So this presentation is called It's Not About Me, It's All About You, and it's basically going to be a small, short, inspirational film to make the user feel motivated. I've named it this because I will feature heavily in the film, but it's not actually about me because I want it to be more about the viewer and the person who is watching it. It's basically an inspiring film, hopefully, and we all get our inspiration from different places. Should it be climbing a mountain? Should it be somebody's artwork or watching somebody achieve something? Or some people might even get turned on by some hot piece of ass in the gym and want to be like him. Um, my inspiration came from a short film called The Dark Side of the Lens. It's basically a short film about Irish surfing just off the coast of County Clare, and basically this guy has gone on to win a lot of awards. So I would like to create a small short film, something along those lines. My aim is basically to create a short, inspiring film that shows the transformation in a person and to make the user feel motivated to get up and get out and do something that they have been putting off maybe for a little while. I also want to become better at telling my stories through film, and I want to create an environment which will suit this film to be shown in. Now, I think that VR is a pretty good tool to use for this, but I think it's too personal. As you can see, this lad here is just clearly watching his mate have all the fun, and he's got nothing to do. And then his mate's going to have to watch him do it. So I think that if we had something that everybody could sort of sit in and enjoy at the same time. So using Cinema 4D, I came up with this small concept of what the design could look like, and basically my film will be sent out on a 360-degree screen and shown to everyone around the room. There's one company, Igloo, that has a little portable dome and they take around, and they're basically a gaming environment, and you can go in and interact with the screen, and it's the most similar one that I've seen to what I'm looking to achieve, except mine won't be a dome, it'll be more of a room. I think it can help the user experience a feeling that they've never felt before. If they've never been on the top of a mountain before, then hopefully I'm going to take them to the top of a mountain and they'll get to look around and experience that. Maybe help them become more active. And it also has the potential to help a business sell a product or an experience to somebody. It could be used in a museum to take them back to a certain time or place, and so on. I'm going to research film techniques to make the user feel like they're more part of the film. The same with the sounds. I'm going to write a script to help the person feel motivated as well as the visual. And I'm going to research what triggers us as humans to feel motivated and why being outdoor makes us feel better. At this time, I have a few issues with VR. I have no 360 camera, I don't have enough GoPros, and I don't have a powerful enough computer to power so many projectors. So at the minute, I'm sort of 50% whether I'm going to use that or not, but it will still be a 350 or a 360 type environment. So the methods I'll be using will be cinematography, 3D animation, which will be sort of shot out with project mapping, which is basically just putting them on the side of a picture frame, but it's a different image. 360 video if possible, and sound design. So using those 5 methods, I intend to achieve the look that I'm trying to get. So cinematography comes for me from a film called The Art of Flight, where it's just about snowboarding, and they go to these really awesome locations and shoot beautifully shot pieces of art. And I think, and the title sequence for that is just fantastic. It's also 3D animation. Project mapping, first came across it in Lumiere, which was back in Derry, I think in 2013, where they shot projections inside a building. And then last year, as I studied abroad in America, I came across a little bit more of it, and I would like to go take it a little bit further because I think it's pretty cool, and a lot of people seem to like it as well. The motivational speech, as I've called it, a good narrative helps guide the story. If you listen to Baz Luhrmann's Sunscreen or Al Pacino, the speech that he wrote for Any Given Sunday was fantastic. You just wanted to get up and just punch someone in the face or run a mile. So I think if I get the right speech, it'll be really good. Sound design, there's a film, Into the Mind. It's another ski film, which is just an editing masterpiece, and I think it's one of the best films I've ever watched. They use smart transitions, along with special sound effects, which I would like to recreate. And if you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it because it may change the way you edit. So as well as other sounds, I'll be using gentle noises. This artist, Solomon Gray, he came to Ireland and filmed noises from going along the Wild Atlantic Way, took it back to the studio and recorded an EP with it, and it's also fantastic. So just using sounds from location, I think, can work really, really well. So in summary, I want to create a short inspirational film by showing the transformation in somebody and putting it in a VR environment by using project mapping with 3D animation, and it'll have really awesome sound design with a little bit of speech in it also. And location, now the big thing for me is location. I can't really show it in a normal size room because as I'm using projectors, I need to have a certain distance. So I may need to use it somewhere else, and well, I'll come across that problem later on, but it's just a few other issues that I have. So my timeline starts with the research of VR and 360, because if I'm not going to be using that, I don't need to worry about that anymore. Move on to project mapping and so on and so forth. But basically, I'm going to film and document the whole thing, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of vlogging, and as well as that, I'm going to be doing the transformation on myself by simply working out every single day and hopefully turning into that picture of me from the very start of the slideshow. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed listening to this wonderful, wonderful presentation.